All right, from you growing up, what were the things before you had like black friends and Spanish friends and all that? What was the thought?
Stay away from black people.
Why?
Because
they smoke crack, they steal.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
It's the news.
The news. Television.
They're gonna rob you. They're gonna do that. They're gonna beat you up. They're gonna do all that type of shit, right? I remember, like my grandfather didn't let me go in. He said that if you're gonna talk to a black kid, you can't come back in his house. And I didn't go back in the house. I was like, I don't know how old I was. I was probably like 4 or some shit. See, I don't know, right? But I was young, and. You know, and that's what I experienced.
But that started from you having a relationship with a black friend.
In school.
Right.
That was important to you.
Right.
Who was?
Black.
But who was the person?
I don't even know. I never seen him after that.
What do you mean?
So what happened was.
But you had a friend.
All right. What happened was my grandfather lived in Brooklyn, right? He lived in like by Brownsville area, like somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I lived there for a little bit, right? And then when I was a kid, I went to school. I was zoned to a school there. My first 2-3 days there, I go to the school. When my grandfather comes and picks me up, I'm standing outside talking to a black kid. And when I go in the car, he looks in the mirror and tells me if he catches me talking to another black kid, I can't go in the house. So when we got in the house, I stayed my ass outside. I stood right on the fucking the steps, and I said, "Call my mother. I'm not going inside. Fuck you." You know what I'm saying? And my mom came and picked me up. You know what I'm saying? So, so that I was going through that shit since a kid. You know what I mean? And then
he had an experience.
No, but again, it's like
I don't think he had a
your
personal
parents,
experience.
You don't think he ever got robbed or he got beat up?
He might have, but you know.
But he might have been taught that from his family, his parents. You know?
Or he might have. He
might have got robbed and beat up.
He said,
my
grandfather.
But it's not out of hate. That's the thing.
Right.
It's not out of hate. You feel me? Like the Asian prejudice that I've experienced isn't. I hate black people. I'm scared of black people.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like when I see a black person, I don't hate you. I don't want to kill you. I want to cross the street because what I've learned is that you might rob me, you might kill me, you might punch me, you might do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And what's that from? I don't know. But
could be rap.
Right? It could be media.
He might have seen an Onyx video.
No.
But it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, the
I'm just
scariest
saying.
thing at one point in America, right? And we're talking about the entire late 70s to pretty much 2000. The scariest words in America were young black male. Okay?
That's real.
That's very real. So
to the point where it affects us.
And that's the same shit. That's the media. That's how they painted the black people at the time. And this is how they playing Asian people.
But it's not just that. It's like, all right, so like I travel a lot. And if I stay at a hotel where there's mad black people,
you like this.
I start to feel a little nervous, like
maybe I didn't
what's
get a good enough hotel.
You know what I'm saying? Like I thought this was a 5-star. And I had to check myself, like, what the fuck am I doing? Like seriously, like
I've been there.
What kind of programming did I accept at some point to where I feel uncomfortable around my people? You feel what I'm saying? It's programming that's coming from the outside. It's not necessarily like it's not the community. You feel me? You went to school. All right, you got kids?
Nah.
I got kids. You take a kid to a playground.
He balling out with everybody.
You let him loose. He don't
care about that.
Because kids
what
are
color
innocent.
he's playing with.
Kids are innocent.
He don't care if your eyes squinting. He don't care if you white, you got blonde hair. He don't give a fuck.
Right. Let's hit the slide.
He's like, yo, you want to slide? You want me to push you on the swing? They don't care.
Right. Prejudice is taught at home. And I wasn't lying. When I said prejudice is taught at home, I wasn't bullshit when I said Chinese people can't drive. You know when I learned racism? I'm going to tell you when I learned racism. I was on a Sunday morning, on the way to church with my mother. She was driving. I was sitting in the back seat. She looked out the window. She said, these motherfucking coconuts drive me crazy. And we kept going to church. Took me 2 days before I mustered up the balls to go, hey, mommy.
What's a coconut?
Jackpot. She said the West Indian people. Now, that's the division that, and it's not something that Asian people have. Black people can look at each other and go, Haitian, that's a sapa. Right. Jamaican, that's a coconut.
Asian people do that too.
That's what too?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I ain't even
Bro,
know.
Listen, Chinese people from this province, like we look at Hong Kong, people from Hong Kong looked at mainland China like less civilized than this, and then we look at Cambodians and Filipinos and Japanese people look at us wrong, and Korean people hate us and we hate them. And
so who's the black people in your culture?
Koreans.
No, I think they're the most.
He know.
Who's the black people in your culture?
What do you mean, black people?
Like who are the people that people consider like you need to stay away from?
It depends who you are. It depends what experience. Like Korean people, like older Korean people would say Japanese people. Older Chinese people would say Japanese people
because they oppressed
of the
them.
War, because of the oppression that they experienced, right? And then people from fucking Cambodia or Vietnam might say something else. You feel me? Like it just depends who's asking the question and who's answering the question. You feel me? Because there's just you know what I mean? Like but
dope about this, I feel like China Mac is like the bridge, like. For this situation right now,
you gotta speak up because you're not mic'd up, bro.
The situation that's been going on, I think China Mag is like the bridge for that with the Asians and the blacks.
Right.
Like he knows, like he said, he knows both sides.
Right.
He's been to both sides when he's real young.
But I mean, I'd say he's an information giver, but the bridge has always been there.
Right.
Because we live around each other.
Right.
Technically.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So like if so the movement that you're running, if somebody wanted to contribute and kind of be a part of it, like what should we do?
I mean, I think my movement is like different than other people's movement. My movement is, hey, listen, you know what I mean? Asian people, we gotta toughen the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna have to start uniting together because we don't know when these issues are gonna stop. They don't look like they're gonna stop anytime soon because it doesn't look like the battle with China is gonna end anytime soon. So as long as that shit's there, this shit is still gonna be there, right? You know what I'm saying? So now, I feel like my message to my Asian people is okay. You know what I mean? There's an issue. There's an issue that is beyond us saying, oh, you know, and we shouldn't point fingers. You know what I'm saying? We can't be like, oh, black people are attacking us. You know what I'm saying? Because last time I checked, the last 3 murders happened from white people.
White people.
You know what I'm saying? And then I seen Spanish people doing it. I seen black people doing it. I seen all types of people doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think we need to be worrying about any particular race right now. You feel me?
It's a mentality.
What I do think we need to be worried about is us realizing that there is an issue and that we have to come together, right? And then we're gonna have to protect our communities a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever that means, right? But we're gonna have to, this shit ain't gonna stop until we step up and say, you know, we're gonna protect our own community. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not real people. It's not you or you going in these communities and beating up 89-year-old women. You know what I'm saying? It's just some random people. And you have to understand, not only is Asian crime up, crime is up.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? My bro Gutter and Prince, they run Citizen app. Yo, they are hiring people left and right. You know why? Because there's so much crime going on. You know what I'm saying? Crime in New York City is up. Crime in Los Angeles, in San Francisco, in all of these different places, up.
Right. Well,
it's
money's
up.
down, crime
money's down, crime is up.
Right.
You feel me? So now, what we experiencing is shit, is worldly shit. So yeah, of course, there's Asian attacks. You know what I'm saying? But it's not more than fucking everything else that's happening.
Been going on to black people,
but it's
whatever.
been
You know what I mean? All that shit.
Right, but it's happening, and it's happening, and we can't say, oh no, that shit is fake. You know what I'm saying? Like people be trying to tell me that, oh, it's fake. Like that shit's really not happening. You tell that to the person that I went to the hospital and she was like sitting next to her husband who was fucking fighting for his life, got stomped, his head stomped to the ground, just walking one of these streets, picking up cans. He got beat up for no fucking reason. He's fighting for his life. You tell that to their family. You tell that to their daughter that's crying, that don't know if his father. This shit ain't fake. You know what I'm saying?
So let me
That's
ask you a
lack of-
question. With this movement that you have, do you look at your black friends and be like, yo, y'all coming out?
No,
Why not?
because there's some shit we gotta do. You feel me? If you come out, yeah, I might be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you come out, I never say, yo, come out with me. You know what I'm saying? If you come out, you come out. You know what I'm saying? Just like.
But why wouldn't you ask them like, yo?
Because it's something that we have to handle first. This is our community first before it's your community. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't ask anybody to, that's like if some shit is happening in my house, I have to make sure that I do what I can first. Anybody else that come, that's a blessing.
But I don't agree with that because I feel like community is not a color, it's not a race.
Right.
So
it's
if
not.
you got homies that really ride for you,
You shouldn't have to ask.
like if China Mac got a problem,
Then I
and you
shouldn't
pick
ask
up the
them.
phone,
Right, you shouldn't ask
this is
them.
what I'm saying.
Shouldn't
This is
have
what
to
I'm
ask.
saying. Like those people
But
should
I'd
be
rather-
there, and it shows, yo, we stand together.
Right.
And
But
that-
what
and
I'm
that
saying
kinda
is
thwarts
that's
the
not
people who are
something
looking like,
that's not something
oh,
that
we
I
don't-
need to
we don't-
ask on.
Right.
Right.
Why do I have to ask you? You know what I'm
support me
saying?
when you
If I ask you, then that means it really wasn't on your mind like that. So I would rather just, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I need to ask anybody, but I don't think I come from a school where we gotta handle shit ourselves first.
Right.
We gotta look within ourselves. You know what I mean? Well, who's on this block? Is shit happening right here? Who's on this block? I'm not gonna call you all the way in fucking Harlem to come or Brooklyn.
Nah,
to
fuck
come.
that. Pick up the phone,
No,
bro.
but what I'm saying is,
But
you have to
This how I
understand.
feel.
No, as a
So
friend, I
predominantly, you
understand
want
how
to
you friend.
unify Asians primarily, right?
I want to unify the people, but what I'm
unify
saying
your
is,
people.
if this shit happened in your neighborhood, right? If this shit happened, where you from?
Brooklyn.
You from Brooklyn. So if this shit was happening
Left.
and a bunch of Puerto Rican ladies getting punched in the mouth, right? A bunch of Puerto Rican ladies getting cut, little babies getting beat up, like shit like that is happening. What is gonna happen? The community, the people is gonna come out first. Like, nah, this shit's not happening out here. Just like what I saw when people was looting, that shit didn't happen in Dykeman. You know why it ain't happen in Dykeman? Because all the motherfuckers came outside. I wish y'all motherfuckers would come out
That shit
here.
was
Right.
so dope.
Right.
That shit was great.
But you know what? And
Stick
this is
together.
kind of the advantage
Stick
of
together.
Hispanics. When you see that go down, there, the people that's coming outside are my color, her color, every other color.
Right,
And they identify themselves as Hispanic.
right,
But
complexion-wise,
complexion-wise, they
None of
cover
them
the
match.
spectrum.
right.
You know what I mean? So people look at it from the outside and see the movement and be like, oh, black people are with them.
Right.
white
This people are with
right.
them. Right.
No.
And I feel like for us to fix these issues, it can't just be, yo, all the Asians get together. It can't
But
be.
that's not what I'm saying.
It can't be.
No, that's not what I'm saying though. I'm saying everybody of the community
You're saying that's where it
needs
should
to come
start.
together.
That's
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
we need to start. Like I'm not. If you live in my community, you're part of the community. Whether
Right.
what skin complexion you are, whatever the fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, whatever is happening in the community, we need to start taking care of ourselves first.
I agree because if Asians don't stand up for Asians, who
Then
will?
why? Yeah.
It's
Why,
not
like,
about, the word he used, I'm going to stick with that one.
No.
Community.
And I need y'all to really be
And no,
clear on this.
I'm gonna be clear on it.
Because
Reason-
if you've been to any Black Lives Matter marches,
I have.
Everybody.
It's the spectrum.
Everybody.
I was referring
Yo,
to
I don't know if you heard at these Black
It was
Lives
mostly
Matter marches
white
when they
people when I
stop,
was there.
they
It's
be
more white
like, all the white people in the front.
Yeah.
And you know why they do that?
All the white people in the
I'm
front.
going to tell you why they do that. Because
Yeah.
Dr. King did that. Dr. King said that we're going to have to go through the struggle. They're probably going to kick our asses.
No, it's
We
because
need
it's like,
nobody
yo,
in here
throw these, like,
to
they're
raise a violent
favorite
hand.
to use your
And I
white
need y'all in
privilege
the
for a
front.
good reason.
I need y'all in the front.
I need y'all in the
So
front.
people see
See.
Yeah.
that it's not just us.
All right.
The
Right.
world, every other race
Right.
is feeling the way that we feel.
Use
and they're
your
with our
privilege.
movement.
And if you pay attention to King,
Yeah.
King didn't
Facts,
fight a
facts,
war
facts, facts,
of racism. He fought a publicity.
against propaganda.
Against propaganda. He fought a publicity war. He said if we show them exactly what these people are doing to us, then they can't deny it. And sure enough, after King and his people got their ass whipped on that summer bridge, the world seen that.
So in your situation, if people are beating up Asians and you march out, you got Asians with you, you got black people with you, you got Hispanics with you, the other Asians who are looking for support, they see that and it kind of turns off whatever negative prejudices they have against the Asians, against the Hispanics, the blacks, and it makes the community even safer.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
He's not disagreeing.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not disagreeing with that. It's just that I don't feel like it's anybody else's responsibility but the people of the community.
Okay. It's everybody.
No, I'm talking about, it's everybody, but what I'm saying is, it's our responsibility first. If you come, then you come.
I got you.
Then I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate. I'm not gonna say, oh no, you black, you can't come in this movement.
Right.
I want you to come, please come.
Right.
So here's my question.
But I'm not gonna be like, yo, why the fuck you not coming, man?
But not even why you not coming, but like more of the people who might think that I'm attacking Asians only, but I'm black.
Yeah.
And they see black people.
There are black people that come to these events.
Thwarted. It's
There are black
from
people,
that moment.
There are black people that come to these events, but it's not like, it's definitely more Asians than black people. But you do see like black people coming.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got as the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm rock with you niggas.